Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. We definitely have some winter weather heading in our direction, so we are going to cut to the chase, and we're going to kick things off with the first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much, Beth. Our first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest rug cleaning destination for over 70 years. All right, this is the calm before the storm. Lots of clouds in the area right now. This is just ahead of all that snow on the way. It's just starting to go into the Portland area right now. Some rain showers closer to Boston. Same thing in New York City. Upstate New York is getting in on a little bit of a rain and snow mix. But take a look at all these darker colors. Those darker blue colors, those are some very heavy snow bands that will be moving into our state overnight tonight. Right now, though, visibilities are still pretty good. Most locations have around 10 miles of visibility, but that's going to be a whole different story, especially by the morning commute tomorrow. Temperatures, though, we're pretty warm outside. We had temperatures in the mid-30s, so we did, of course, had some melting of the snow, but not all of it melted away, and now we're going to get rounds and rounds of more snow on top of that. Tonight, though, temperatures will continue to be well above average. They'll be hovering in those mid to upper 20s with some snow showers moving in, really picking up in intensity, especially by the morning hours. Beth?
Alrighty, Conrad, thanks so much. And on that note, the Maine Emergency Management Agency is tracking that significant snowfall, and we've got some important reminders for you. Now, if the power goes out, Mainers are reminded to make sure alternate heating and power sources are in good working condition and have been installed properly. MEMA Public Information Officer Vanessa Corson says anyone that will be driving tomorrow or overnight should allow extra time, and travelers should let someone know where they are going before they hit the road.
Storm, we're not so concerned about power outages or down tree limbs. In this case, we're more concerned about the commute. So first, you need to determine, is it worth leaving the house? You need to heed the warning of your local authorities. If you have a planned obligation, call ahead and see if it's even happening. If it is, then determine your risk. Is it worth going?
MEMA put out a list of things that everyone should have in their vehicle emergency kit. Now, that list includes a flashlight with batteries, a first aid kit, ice scraper and shovel, a bag of kitty litter to help you with traction if your car gets stuck, and a set of jumper cables as well. The emergency kit should also include water, warm clothes or a blanket, a cell phone charger, toolkit, and reflective triangles or a flare to signal for help. Now, you can visit MEMA's website to find a list of municipal warming centers and other important storm safety information.
In other news tonight, a man faces charges after allegedly shooting another man in Hodgdon. Authorities say it happened just before 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on the Ben Hill Road. They say two men were arguing, and that's when 34-year-old Paul Stockley of Holton allegedly pulled out a gun and shot the other man. According to the Bangor Daily, the unidentified victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Stockley was arrested and charged with elevated aggravated assault. He was taken to the Aroostook County Jail, where he will await his first court appearance.
And an update on the potential whereabouts of Graham Locker, who's been missing since he walked out of the Dorothea Dix Psychiatric Center in June. A post on the Facebook page Missing Graham Locker states that there have been 2 possible sightings of the missing man this month. According to the post, a woman who knew Graham from a few years ago reported that she thought she saw him crossing the Gardner-Randolph Bridge in early January. Another man reported seeing him crossing the bridge into Gardner around the same time. Now, family members and volunteer searchers have been looking around the area, including the old narrow gauge walking trail in Randolph. For more information or to report a potential sighting, you can go to the Facebook page Missing Graham Locker.
A group of Maine repair shop owners delivered signatures to Maine's Secretary of State to get the right to repair referendum on the ballot in 2023. Our Devin Dagnalt has more.
This right to repair bill is not just for the independent repair shops, it's also for the do-it-yourselfers out there.
A group of Maine independent repair shop owners, employees, and general supporters submitted over 70,000 signatures for Maine's right to repair bill.
In order to update the law for new technology, we passed a referendum in Massachusetts 2 years ago and are looking to do that in Maine to ensure that consumers have the ability to take their car where they choose for their repairs.
Tommy Hickey, the director of the Right to Repair Coalition, says that automotive companies have put measures in place for the computers in new vehicles that make it so only dealerships and the car manufacturers can access diagnostics that will allow them to make repairs. The Right to Repair bill is being introduced as a way to level the playing field and make it so independent repair shops can also access that information.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating for technicians all across the state. And if you talk to anyone who's running a shop or any technician who's trying to fix vehicles today, as they get to these newer and newer vehicles, it becomes harder and harder to get the information they need in order to help customers.
According to Tim Winkler, the president and CEO of VIP Tires and Service, the movement has received overwhelming support from the public, and he expects the same support if the bill makes it to the ballot in November.
We're going to work through the legislative process. As you know, we have about 7 months to educate those folks. We hope they pass it, and if not, we're ready to take this to the ballot in 2023.
In Augusta, Devin Dagnall for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The federal government has announced it will move forward with reviewing plans for the nation's first floating offshore wind research array located in the Gulf of Maine. It features patented technology developed by the University of Maine. The floating offshore wind research array is proposed to include 10 to 12 turbines on semi-submersible floating concrete platforms. A statement says the array will foster cutting-edge research on how floating offshore wind interacts with the marine environment, fishing industry, shipping, and navigation. Natural Resources Council of Maine Climate and Clean Energy Director Jack Shapiro says, quote, using technology built right here in Maine and guided by the best available research and data, we can generate clean, reliable electricity, create thousands of good-paying jobs for Maine people, and protect the Gulf of Maine's unique ecosystem and the people and wildlife that depend on it, end quote.
The town of Bar Harbor may be getting a new K-8 school, but that project comes at a high cost. Our Matthew Juroncic explains.
During Tuesday's town meeting in Bar Harbor, counselors were shocked to learn the future school would come at a cost of nearly $70 million.
The architect has estimated it's going to be just under $70 million. I think many of us in council are extremely concerned about the magnitude of that cost and its impact on taxpayers.
Councilor Friedman says years-long discussions between the town and the school committee have focused on the dire need to replace the Connors Emerson School, which dates back to the 1950s and is outdated.
So the library's closed right now due to water infiltration. There's problems with heating, not enough space, poor air quality, water infiltration, even where we've done recent repairs. So it's clear that the buildings need to be replaced.
Residents of the town side with the counselors, saying a new school is the right idea, but the price is not right.
I'm all for a new school, building, education, but $70 million is too much to spend on anything.
Despite the disapproval over the price, the architects of the project are open to working with the town to drive the price down.
It's not that we're asking for something above and beyond. It's just what the numbers are, and I'm more than willing to look at ways to cut those costs.
Friedman says the plan is in the beginning stages and council members will continue to work together and with the community.
So we're going to be continuing conversations with the architect, the school committee, the council itself, and then we have to bring the work that's been done to the whole community because this is going to be voted on at town meeting in June.
In Bar Harbor, Matthew Juroncic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The Maine Department of Transportation heard public input on proposed improvements to Bangor's transportation infrastructure during an online meeting tonight. That meeting is part of a months-long survey and transit study conducted by MDOT. Several people expressed their support for upgrades to Bangor's intercity bus service and the addition of a passenger rail that would connect Bangor to Augusta and to Portland.
As a person who is a new homeowner in Brewer, so just outside of Bangor, my fiance and I are a one-car household, but he has to commute to Washington County twice a month, and I commute to Augusta several times a month as well. And so the idea of having passenger rail where I could commute occasionally from Bangor to Augusta would be huge for our family. I think there's a lot more out there, and there's a lot more demand and interest from young people.
Draft study on its website next week. That will be open for public comment for 30 days. For more information, you can go to maine.gov/MDOT.
Bangor Humane Society needs the public's help in keeping up with the demands of their operation during the chilly winter months. Bangor Humane says their current level of staffing, coupled with the need to frequently launder bedding items for health and hygiene purposes, means they have a serious need for more blankets. The shelter says they don't have enough staff to keep up with the always high level of laundry, and they also frequently need to just throw bedding out altogether. The shelter says they run through supplies very quickly.
The weather is colder, and of course kennels are largely cement for the dogs, and even though we keep the building as warm as we can, cement gets cold, and especially for our older dogs or dogs that maybe are recovering from surgical procedures, they need to be warm and cozy. So this is the time when we go through lots of blankets.
Ravenscraft says they are also always in need of both dog and cat toys, and there is an increased need right now for canned cat and dog food. Now you can make a donation through the website, or you can drop off donations outside the shelter.
My dog certainly goes through his fair share of blankets
right.
alone, and that's just one dog. So I can imagine all the blankets and the toys they need to keep those dogs occupied and happy, too, in the meantime while they're there.
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly doing a lot for, the comfort of the animals, and definitely when you're post-surgery
right.
or have some kind of illness going on, they can't do anything about the fact that they have a cement floor.
Right.
So, yeah, those blankets serve a huge purpose, but they, dogs and cats get dirty.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they definitely need some help there, folks. So if you can pitch in, that'd be great.
Absolutely.
Well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, a look at how Bangor schools are making an effort to keep students and teachers safe.
And it might be a bit chilly, but Camp Capella doesn't care. They're preparing to host, once again, their annual polar dip. Those stories and much more after this short break.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Get the lowest prices of the season on ultra-luxurious stationery and reclining furniture during Flex Deal's Latitude sale. Feel the comfort and luxury of our Port Royal and Rhapsody leather and fabric sectionals. Or feel the power of our Wicklow and Miller leather power reclining collection. All made with the heart of steel. The quality and comfort is Flex Deal. Save big today during Flex Deal's Latitude sale.
Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden, open 7 days a week until 5 p.m.
Carey Medical Center in Caribou, Maine is recruiting for physical therapists. We offer generous benefits, competitive wages, loan forgiveness, relocation assistance, and you'll join a dynamic team of rehab professionals. Our hospital has been named one of the best places to work in Maine 2 years in a row. Ready for a new adventure? Do you have a passion for excellence? Learn more at carymedicalcenter.org or call 207-498-1270. Carey Medical Center, we're creating healthier communities.
Looking for a new work experience? Fox and ABC Bangor are partnering with local employers to feature the best local job opportunities, like this one.
Bonham Masonry is currently hiring for general laborers and experienced masons. On-the-job training is available for those with no experience. We offer paid time off, travel pay, IRA, and health benefits. If interested in applying, please contact Dan Bonham at 323-5304.
Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens signed the contract for their Royal Rumble match. It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
Coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear from the Piscataquis County Sheriff, who will shed light on the staffing struggles that law enforcement agencies across the state are facing. Plus, we'll have your community calendar for local events this weekend. And we'll hear about the Camp Capella Polar Plunge. All of this as well as your radar weather forecast coming up.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, a very chilly tradition is coming back to Camp Capella. The camp will once again host its annual Polar Dip next month on February 25th at Phillips Lake in Dedham. The event is the biggest fundraiser of the year for the nonprofit summer camp, which serves those with disabilities from across the state. Executive Director Melanie Dresser says all proceeds go directly to a scholarship for campers who can't afford to pay, and she expressed her gratitude for campers and donors.
It is the best job I've ever had. I have never in my life had a job that gave as much back to me as these campers give to me every single time I go to work. They make it so much more fun over the course of the year, raising the money to make sure that they can come next year.
Here, the day will be filled with prizes, food, and even a hot tub for those brave enough to jump in the icy waters. I bet that will be a very welcome addition. People are also encouraged to participate virtually by recording a video of themselves doing anything from dumping ice water over their head to rolling around in the snow. For registration information, you can visit campcapella.org.
Such a fun event there. Meanwhile, Bangor schools are introducing a new emergency alert system in an effort to keep students and teachers safe. David Ledford has the story.
As the latest step in ongoing safety efforts, the Bangor School Department announced the launch of a new emergency alert system. The department partnered with Centegix, an incident response group, to provide all staff at each of the schools in the department with wearable badges that can alert police faster than a 911 call. When a staff member activates their badge, strobe lights throughout the schools change color, and an intercom message is played to alert everyone in the building. Bangor students have shared how they feel about the recent change.
Obviously, it's not something we ever want to have to use, but knowing that it's there if it were ever necessary is really important. Speaking for me and all of my classmates, we're just really grateful to have this new security system to keep us safe at school.
The Bangor School Department is the first in the state to implement this system. According to Ray Finney, the Director of Community Relations and Safety for the Bangor School Department, this new system is essential for preventing school incidents.
Each time that there's a school shooting, communities always go into the grieving process. And anything that we can do to help minimize the effects of those types of violence in our schools are things that we see beneficial.
Finney says the badges are connected to sensors throughout the buildings, which allow police to respond within 1.5 to 3 minutes, all with the press of a button. According to Superintendent James Tager, the department spent around $409,000 for a 5-year contract with Centegix. But the improved safety that comes with that cost is priceless.
The cost to me, obviously we have school budgets, but I think the cost to me for peace of mind was worth every cent that we're paying.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, we have an important follow-up now on a Lemoyne girl who made history with a first-ever permit application for a unicorn. 5-year-old Brielle Hamer had her big moment in front of the Lemoyne Town Select Board tonight.
You have a house that you're going to build, a rainbow house, and I see we also
we have a barn that used to have horses in it before we moved in.
Okay.
So we just have to paint it rainbow and clean all the stuff out of it.
Okay.
You can see Brielle came prepared. She's right there in the front row, and she was certainly anxious for the discussion. The Town Select Board was prepared and having a pretty good time as well. There was a stand-up rainbow on the round table to help set the scene. They commended Brielle for writing to the town and asking permission first before just getting her unicorn.
So what do you hope to do with your unicorn?
Take it for walks, ride on rainbows with it.
Sounds cool to me.
See what a torn can do.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have a light on it.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right. All those in favor? You got it. You're good to go.
See that Brielle's application was, of course, approved. It's clear the Select Board enjoyed the proceeding, with one of them even gifting Brielle a handmade unicorn as well. You can see it right there. They snapped a celebratory picture afterward as well.
That is just amazing. She was so ready. She's going to paint the barn rainbow and everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure that unicorn will feel right at home.
You know, is riding on rainbows an age-restricted activity? Because that sounds pretty great to me,
That
too.
sounds like a great time.
That sounds like a great time.
I'm all in for it.
Yeah.
Let's go ride in rainbows.
Let's go ride on some rainbows. All right.
All right, well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, Ukraine's president asks its allies for a specific type of tank to help fend off Russian invaders.
And prosecutors in New Mexico announced today Rust actor and producer Alec Baldwin and armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed will each be charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. We'll have those stories and more coming up.
Maine Commercial Solar offers a variety of services including solar systems design, sales, maintenance, and installation. Maine Commercial Solar can help you with existing or new systems. We offer packages for installation by others, or we can help you build your own solar array, smaller residential, or anything in between. Maine Commercial Solar is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions. We offer competitive pay, a 3% IRA match, vacation, holiday time, and a family-oriented environment. If interested, please call Jason at 848-7486.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order statewide. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
Realtors at Morrison & Company with Next Home Experience have been serving satisfied clients since 2016. With more than $25 million in sales for 2022 alone, we hold the expertise to get you from under contract to closing during this very personal experience. Our modern and hands-on approach will get you where you want to be, faster and with less hassle. Call us today for your real estate options.
Dad, not another showing.
Are you looking to have some fun, including soaring on Skyrider and the ultimate indoor zip line? Well, come over to Urban Air, Bangor's #1 birthday party destination, located at the Airport Mall. Urban Air has gravity-defying attractions for all ages, including our Warrior Course, trampolines, enormous arcade section, and climbing walls. Call us today to schedule your birthday party. And don't forget, we have endless play memberships available as well. Urban Air, let them fly.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
The Supreme Court released a report detailing the investigation into who leaked the draft opinion overturning Roe v. Wade last year. That report, however, doesn't answer one big question. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports from Washington.
It's been more than 8 months since the draft opinion showing the Supreme Court was ready to overturn Roe v. Wade was leaked. But the leaker's identity is still a mystery. In a new report, the court's marshal says it is not possible to determine the identity of any individual who may have disclosed the document or how the draft opinion ended up with Politico.
And this is not just bad for the reputation of the court, it's dangerous.
Investigators have done 126 interviews of 97 employees, all of whom denied being the source of the leak. In addition to the 9 justices, 82 law clerks and court employees had access to the draft opinion, some of whom admitted they told their spouses or partners about the document and the vote count, violating the court's confidentiality rules. Investigators also determined a hack of the court's IT systems was unlikely. Now frustration is growing over the failure to identify the leaker, with some calling for stronger measures.
There's a very simple solution, which is to hand it over to the FBI.
The report comes ahead of what would have been the 50th anniversary of Roe v. Wade on Sunday. Although the Biden administration has tried to expand access to abortion through executive action, they say they are limited in what they can do.
The only way to restore the protections of Roe is for Congress to pass a national law codifying the right to choose.
The court's marshal says they'll investigate new evidence or leads if any more come up. But the report also raises the possibility that the leaker may never be identified. In Washington, Malta Rivera, Fox News.
Germany's Leopard tanks seem to be best suited for Ukraine as the conflict there nears the one-year mark. Those specific tanks are tied up as Berlin officials are reluctant to send offensive weapons, which could be seen as escalating the conflict. Fox's Alex Hogan has more from Kyiv.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky admitting Ukraine's shortcomings while putting the burden on allies to help.
The courage of our military and the motivation of the Ukrainian people are not enough.
Zelensky asking allies to send a specific German-made tank, but defense officials there want to see other allies like the U.S. supply their versions of the weapon to Ukraine first. Even as other nations with the coveted German-made battle tanks are offering the equipment to Ukraine, Berlin withholding consent to re-export its military equipment. In trying to find another way to weaken Russia, Ukraine has asked the European Union to impose more sanctions.
We have started consultations on a possible additional pack of sanctions. We have decided to target the energy sector, which is a very strong signal.
Meanwhile, Ukraine is trying to keep its own energy secure. I sat down with the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency about the international watchdog's latest mission to station experts at Ukraine's nuclear sites to safeguard them during the war.
A nuclear war can never be won, must never be fought. And one way to avoid this is to make sure that there are no nuclear accidents. The Ukrainians are very happy to see us here, to see us working and supporting them.
Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev said that a defeat of Russian forces here in Ukraine could trigger a nuclear war. In Kyiv, Ukraine, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
While actor and producer Alec Baldwin faces an involuntary manslaughter charge over the death of a cinematographer on a movie set in October 2021, Baldwin was pointing a prop pistol at Halyna Hutchins during a rehearsal when the gun went off. Fox's Matt Finn has more from L.A.
It went across her chest.
Today, a New Mexico district attorney announcing she will file 2 involuntary manslaughter charges against Alec Baldwin and Russ armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed.
Mr. Baldwin had a duty at the base level to never hold a gun and point it at a person while pulling the trigger. But he also had a duty as an actor and a producer on that set to have the bullets checked or to check them himself to make sure that they weren't live.
The special prosecutor tells Fox News that safety on the 2021 New Mexico set was loose and reckless with accidental gun discharges, and that Baldwin did pull the trigger on the gun he fired, a claim he denies. Baldwin faces up to 6.5 years in prison if convicted on the stronger involuntary manslaughter charge that carries an enhanced sentence. His attorney responding, quote, "This decision distorts Halyna Hutchins' tragic death and represents a terrible miscarriage of justice. Mr. Baldwin had no reason to believe there was a live bullet in the gun or anywhere on the movie set. He relied on the professionals with whom he worked, who assured him the gun did not have live rounds." Gutierrez-Reed, who faces the same prison time, was reportedly inexperienced and overwhelmed. Her attorney telling Fox, Hannah is and always has been very emotional and sad about this tragic accident, but she did not commit involuntary manslaughter. Halyna Hutchins' family is thanking New Mexico authorities, writing, "Our independent investigation also supports that charges are warranted. It is a comfort to the family that in New Mexico, no one is above the law." In Los Angeles, Matt Finn, Fox News.
Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, how the former Denny's in Ellsworth is being reinvented.
And in sports, 1 year after his basketball future was uncertain, Husson's Scott Lewis has just been named the conference's Player of the Week. We'll be right back.
Iowa.
Oh, my goodness.
Ohio State.
Oh, he's hot.
Saturday at 2 Eastern on Fox.
This is the 2023 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places.
Get 1.9% financing for 36 months on Rogue.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard to buy for a relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
Hey, business owners, do you have W-2 employees? Did you keep your W-2 employees employed through the pandemic? You may qualify for a government program called ERTC. Businesses can qualify up to $26,000 per employee. We can help make the process easier and make sure it gets filed correctly. Please call Kim Lewis today to get the money you deserve at 1-833-567-8867.
Welcome to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop in Brewer. And some call me the King. There are RC trucks, cars, crawlers, and parts aplenty. There are planes, metal detectors, and gear galore. I have decreed that all people can book birthday parties with their RC vehicles provided for all. We have indoor and outdoor tracks and crawling courses available. Bring yourself, your family, and friends to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop, South Main Street, Brewer.
I never get the flu.
My kids don't need more shots.
I don't have time.
We're all healthy.
No matter how you build your excuses, the flu can blow your house down.
I can't believe I used up all my sick time.
I missed a week of school during finals.
Now my baby has it because of me.
The hospital?
Keep your foundation strong. Vaccinate.
This is the 2023 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places.
Get 1.9% financing for 36 months on Rogue.
Welcome back. Well, grocery prices will likely keep rising through 2023, making it hard for Americans who are already struggling to make ends meet. Fox's Nate Foy has more.
Inflation may be easing, but food prices are expected to go up. The Department of Agriculture predicts prices will increase over 3.5% this year. The cost of vegetables is up 38% from last month alone. This as a shortage of eggs is driving up prices as well.
There weren't any eggs. I went to Vaughn's Carnival, which is the Mexican market nearby, here Target and Costco. Now there are eggs, it's just expensive.
Around this time last year, the average price for a dozen large grade A eggs in the United States was $1.93. Now the average cost is nearly $5, and even more for organic brands.
I've had people in the past complain about the cost of eggs, that $5 was too much. They could get it cheaper at the grocery store, but now nobody says that anymore.
The high prices have some turning to non-traditional options. Like in California, one farmer is charging people $575 to rent her egg-producing chickens for 6 months.
So that includes everything. That's your coop, your feeder, your water, your 2 hens, and all of the food that they need for their 6 month.
But before you head out to rent those chickens, make sure you keep this in mind.
If you're expecting to get chickens to save money, probably not going to happen. But with the price of eggs going up, and if you eat a lot of eggs, that could rebalance this cost calculation.
The USDA says egg inventories are starting to improve, even if the prices are not. In New York City, Nate Foy, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the clock is ticking for Congress to raise, suspend, or strike a deal on the debt limit or else risk financial disaster. The Treasury Secretary says starting today, her department has to take measures to avoid a government default. Many say the issue should not be up for debate, but a group of Republicans want to use it to force spending cuts. Fox's Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with more.
The U.S. has reached its debt limit. Now Congress is facing a deadline to reach an agreement on what to do. But the Treasury Secretary and much of Washington hopes it doesn't take that long.
It'll all clear up. It'll be fine. It's just all negotiation tactics. It's all screaming and hollering.
In a letter to Congress Thursday, Secretary Janet Yellen wrote that she now has to put in place her extraordinary measures to keep from defaulting. The Treasury will pause investments into government employee retirement, disability, and health care funds. That will get the government to roughly June, though Yellen says that timeline is, quote, subject to considerable uncertainty. The White House says they are firm on wanting a clean bill to raise the debt limit, meaning no strings attached.
To threaten default, to threaten economic catastrophe, nobody, Democrat or Republican, should do that, no matter how much they believe in their agenda.
However, new House Speaker Kevin McCarthy wants to negotiate spending cuts. He's bolstered by a group of House Republicans who say the administration has acted recklessly with the nation's budget.
I fully believe we're going to have a debt ceiling deal. Fully believe that. But I will also say that the White House strategy of, we're not going to have any negotiations is insane. There must be spending restraints.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says he does not think there will ultimately be a default, but adds the administration will have to negotiate with Republicans. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Back here at home, if you live or shop in the Ellsworth area, a new place to dine is set to open. Crazy Sumo, a hibachi-style restaurant, has taken over where Denny's used to be. They are planning to have an invite-only soft opening that was scheduled for tonight, and they've been training staff and doing finishing touches all week. Now, steaks will, of course, be the main focus of the menu, but will feature seafood, vegetarian, and sushi items as well. The owners tell us they are planning for their grand opening to take place sometime next week. And as if I needed to be hungrier. Now let's think about steak.
The thought of steak,
hibachi.
Seafood, just
Not
hibachi
fair.
in general.
Right.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
But just always great to have new places to go try to eat, pop up. And
it's usually very fun, festive atmosphere. So if
Yeah.
you're looking for that fun Friday night out and a good meal, I think hibachi places are a win-win.
yeah, I love it. Bringing it right to Down East Maine. We need more of that.
We do indeed.
All right. Well, our full forecast is coming up next, so stay tuned for that.
And this is the calm before the storm. There's a lot more snow on the way. When does that arrive? And the big question is, how much snow are we going to get? Well, I'll have all the answers plus more coming up.
Napa knows how to stay warm. And with 29 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts has just what you need to prepare for any outdoor activity. Lightweight, durable, and designed for comfort, Milwaukee's heat-on-demand jackets and hoodies are the perfect cold weather gear. No matter the job, no matter the weather, you'll be ready for anything. And while you're here, sign up for Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Come try one of our daily specials at Pat's Pizza in Hamden.
Tuesday, spaghetti or ziti with meatballs or sausage, only $5.50.
Wednesday, large one-topping pizza, only $8.50.
Thursday, get an oven-baked wrap for only $6.
Friday is fish and fries for only $8.
And Saturday, get a small one-item pizza with a fountain soda, only $8.
Bring the family to Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road, North Hamden.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has you covered. Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, hybrid, or fully electric. Brand new 2023 Kia Sportage, Sorento, Soul, Forte, and more. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or the affordable Sporty Forte with 41 mpg highway. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Hi, I'm Renee from R&B's Home Source at Clowes Corner in Madison. For over 15 years, we continue to serve the people of Somerset County and beyond with quality products at the lowest possible prices. Find Serta mattresses at our Serta Sleep Center and Catnapper and Best Furniture for your living room. We carry most major appliance brands, and we proudly service what we sell. Stop in and see us 4 miles north of Skowhegan on Route 201 in Madison.
Shop with us here at R&B's Home Source.
Magnificent new costumes on The Masked Singer, February 15th on Fox.
And welcome back, everyone. Happy Thursday. Our main weather today is brought to you by Leona Mays Antique and Gift Shop in Newport. Come check out our 3 floors of antique treasures and gifts in our renovated 1800s home. All right, folks, get ready. This is the calm before the storm. We have some winter storm warnings that are in effect here in town till around 5 p.m. tomorrow. And, of course, some winter weather advisories in the outskirts of that, just north of town. So this time, Greenville is not going to get more snow than us. This time, a little bit more south, closer to the coast, is going to be the big winner this time around. Right now, we do have some cloudy skies. The calm before the storm, like I said, most of that snow is starting to move into the state. Portland is starting to get in on some snow showers right now, but that's going to really intensify overnight. So by the morning hours for us, we're going to be in on some steady snowfall right now. Boston, New York City is in on some rain. Long Island, same story, where temperatures are well above freezing. And then, of course, in upstate New York, temperatures are closer to freezing mark, and that rain is starting to mix with some snow, and all of this is going to be moving this way. So in the next 6 to 7 hours, we're going to be in on some pretty heavy snow. And then into the morning hours, so that morning commute, make sure you leave a little bit extra early, and please stay cautious as roads will be in pretty treacherous conditions. We will have a lot of snow, especially for that morning commute, lingering throughout the day on Friday, and then finally into the overnight hours, we're going to start to clear up. So by Saturday, by the weekend, finally the weekend is going to be arriving. We're going to be in the clear. That snow is going to be long gone. So how much snow are we looking at? So we have a winter storm warning in the area. We're looking at maybe around 6 inches of snowfall here in town, and same thing just south of us, Portland area, same story, and even Bar Harbor will be in on a good amount of snow. High temperatures earlier today were above freezing. We had some mid to even upper 30s outside, so that snow was melting away. But don't worry, snow lovers, a lot more snow is on the way in just around 6 hours. So it is around the corner. Winds are a bit on the breezy end right now, pretty much blowing from the north, bringing in those cooler temperatures tonight. And those wind gusts will really be increasing by tomorrow afternoon once that low pressure system is going to be in our area, bringing in all those winds, especially closer to the coast. Look at Bar Harbor coming in with around 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Tonight, though, temperatures will be hovering in those mid-20s, and that snow will be picking up in intensity, especially by the morning hours. Tomorrow, same story, scattered snow, temperatures in the upper 20s, and our extended forecast outlook does show a nice-looking weekend, and more chances of rain and snow arrive Sunday night into Monday. Beth?
So definitely some weather coming our way, and some super chilly overnights as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And just another reminder to everyone out there who's going to be planning to be on the road overnight into tomorrow to just take extra precaution and give yourself that extra time.
Yeah, and looking at those overnights, make sure you have blankets and warm clothing in the car as part of that emergency kit we heard about earlier.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, well, sports is coming up next. Stay with us.
Here at Garrett's Auto Sales, we believe in fair prices, superior service, and always treating the customer right. We have a fantastic selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, with some priced under $10,000. All our vehicles come with a complimentary 30-day warranty and can be seen at garrettsauto.com. Come see us at Garrett's Auto Sales, where we focus on you, the customer. We're located just 2 miles from the Brewer Walmart on Route 1A. We look forward to meeting you.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Why? Our country style has more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. And our expertly blended flavors are a taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood Cottage Cheese.
When Zolke Tree Service wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Zolke Tree Service has been serving the greater Bangor area since 2018. Zolke Tree Service offers free in-person quotes. Give us a call today.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman. Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start on the hardwood. Over at Husson, South Portland native Scott Lewis has just been named the NAC Player of the Week after missing a year due to an injury after a car accident left him needing major back surgery. Here is his comeback story.
Every game, I'm blessed to play every game, and I come with the mindset, I'm just happy to be here.
It's an amazing story. I mean, in the history of Husson that I've been here, I can't think of a more pleasing story.
Just 1 year ago, Husson Jr. and South Portland native Scott Lewis had no idea if he'd ever play basketball again. Now, he's the North Atlantic Conference's Player of the Week.
There was for sure a lot of doubt in my mind, but especially now, I look at myself, I'm I overcame this big accident, and I can do anything.
After a very successful 2020 season, Lewis was in a car accident, breaking his sternum as well as 3 vertebrae and putting him on a long road to recovery.
I had to get 6 vertebrae fused together. The first 3 months I was in a back brace, and I couldn't go anywhere unless someone took me, couldn't drive. And it was an awful amount of pain.
It was a journey. I mean, it was an emotional, stretch there when the accident happened and we were learning about the details. The first thing is we just wanted Scott to be okay.
I just told myself every day, get one step closer and keep my goal in mind, come play basketball again.
And he would do just that. Lewis spent the fall semester in South Portland, and then just 7 months after the accident, he would start shooting again. And then he was playing again, with days off in between, less than a year after.
The rehab was a lot physical, but at the same time, it was a lot mentally, because it was just every day, it was just pain and just doubt that I'm not going to be able to come back and play the level that I was playing at. But I think I've done that so far this year.
But to his credit, he worked really hard. He did what he needed to do and put himself in a position to be where he is. And like I said, we're really proud of him and fortunate to have him back.
I think there's no doubt in my mind now that I can win more Player of the Weeks and we can win the championship this year.
Certainly a great story there. Wishing Scott and the Eagles luck the rest of the way. All right, let's shift now to UMaine, where Black Bear Field Hockey will be adding yet another local star to their roster this coming season. Nokomis Field Hockey standout Brianna Townsend signed her national letter of intent to play for Maine in the fall. After verbally committing in April, she officially put pen to paper Thursday at a ceremony attended by friends, family, and coaches. Townsend says she knew Maine was for her from the moment she visited the school, and the players' enthusiasm made her choice even more certain.
I visited a lot of colleges, and as soon as I went to Maine, the atmosphere, welcoming team atmosphere from the team, the coaches, it just really felt like home there. Seeing the intensity of their practice and all the players excited to be there made me excited.
Townsend follows in her current head coach Shaughnessy Saucier's footsteps in playing for the Black Bears. Saucier, the former Bryant University head coach, says that Brianna's constant drive makes her the perfect fit for a D1 squad like Maine.
Brianna just has a no-quit attitude. Anything that she does at the highest level. You need to bring as much energy as you can, and she does that every day.
All right, wishing Brianna luck at Maine. Let's stay with some high school sports now, and we will head to a different type of hockey. Right now, we head to the ice up in Orono. Brewer and Old Town Orono going at it at the Alfond. Black Bears. They're going to start on the move here in the first period. They have a great chance here, but it's Calvin Grass in net making the stop for the Witches. Well, a couple stops there. Brewer now. Great open ice move here from Grady Venetestein, but it's going to be Brock Parks making the save in between the poles for the Black Bears. Now the Black Bears, here they come again. Dylan Davis. Look at the silky mittens there. All the oohs and ahs, but no goal. Eventually, they would break it open, though. Alex McCannell rips one into the net. That's going to beat Grass. That makes it 1-0. And then in the second period, Brewer is going to do it too. Cameron Dostie goes top shelf, bar down. That ties it up, but OTO would come back. They win this one 6-3. All right, let's go to Corinth now. Central girls hosting Mattanock-Cook. And the main attraction here is Central junior Izzy Allen going for 1,000 career points. In the third quarter we go, and she would do it on this three-pointer right there. Congratulations to Izzy. We're going to stay with the game right now, still in the third quarter. It's the Lynx trying to spoil the party. Lauren House goes baseline and scoops it in off the glass. Mattanock-Cook down 10 in the fourth. Into the fourth, Allen gets it from her sister Mary. A little shake and bake, step back, nothing but net on the three. And then later, Mary would get her shine too. With under a minute to go, she's going to drive to the hole, lay this one up and in. Red Devils win it 62-47. Izzy had 34 points, and here she is on her 1,000-point mark.
My brother and my sister both hit 1,000 on a three-pointer, so that was my plan, try to get a three-pointer on 1,000. You know, I'm pumped. I'm really grateful for all my teammates, my coaches, my trainers. I wouldn't be where I am without them today, and I'm so excited, so happy.
All right, let's go up the road now. Central boys are in action. They are in Dover Foxcroft taking on Foxcroft Academy, Ponies and Red Devils. We'll start in the first quarter. Central moving it around. Hayden Strout is going to find Benjamin Speed. He's going to nail the three ball right there. Great shot from the senior. And then it's Foxcroft. Caden Crocker running the break. He finds Jaden Richard. They connect for two. And then it's Fernando Oliveira. Strong take to the hole, and he gets this one to go for two off the glass. Nice move from the big man. And then it's going to be Richard, turning defense into offense. Gets the steal, lays it in at the other end. The Ponies improve to 8-3. They win it 67-29. All right, let's take a look at some other scores from around the area. PVHS hands Dexter their first loss. How about the Howlers? 42-31 in Class C North. In Class A boys basketball, Brewer over Nokomis in overtime, 65-61. In Class A girls, it's Nokomis over Brewer, 61-35. And then Maine losing to Vermont, 66-45. All right, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
At Bouchard Cleaning, rebuilding and restoring means more than just another job. To us, it's about bringing back cherished memories, restoring unforgettable moments in time, and giving hope when all was thought to be lost. For over 35 years, our mission has remained the same. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Nearly all commercial vehicles carry big insurance policies. So if you're hurt by one of these box trucks, or by a garbage truck, or by any kind of commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money. But they don't just give that money up. You need someone who's going to fight for it. That's exactly why you need to call the Twos. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by any commercial truck, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial truck? Call the Twos. Call 222-2222.
The Eagles take on the Giants, and the Cowboys battle the 49ers. The NFC Divisional Playoffs, tonight and tomorrow on Fox.
Killer Doll gets a second act. The King of Pop's biopic is in the works and more. Here's Fox's Kristen Goodwin with the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
Just leave him.
Okay. Seagull tells the truth. Tyler Rake is back in action, and Megan's universe expands in the Hollywood Nation.
I can't believe you made this.
Megan is coming back for more Killer Doll action. According to The Hollywood Reporter, a sequel to the sci-fi horror hit is officially in the works, but fans will have to wait a couple of years. The new film, titled Megan 2.0, is scheduled to debut in theaters January 17th, 2025. Antoine Fuqua is bringing the King of Pop story to the big screen. He is signed on to direct the upcoming Michael Jackson biopic that will explore all aspects of the iconic singer's life. Chris Hemsworth returns for another high-stakes mission this summer in Extraction 2. Hemsworth reprises his role as Australian Black Ops mercenary Tyler Rake, tasked with rescuing the family of a ruthless Georgian gangster from a prison where they were being held. Netflix announced the sequel to the 2020 blockbuster hit will premiere June 16th.
What's on your mind today?
And Apple TV Plus released the official trailer to the upcoming comedy series Shrinking. It stars Harrison Ford in one of his first major TV roles, playing alongside Jason Segel as a grieving therapist who breaks the rules by telling his clients exactly what he thinks. The show premieres with its first 2 episodes on January 27th.
This thing I'm doing is really working.
In Hollywood, Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Well, a new study finds the best music to fall asleep to happens to include a Billie Eilish song. Researchers in Denmark studied more than 200,000 sleep songs on Spotify. Many of them had similarities, including quiet and slow-paced features. Songs with acoustic instruments are generally played to fall asleep to, compared with tracks with lyrics and amplified music. But some songs with a higher energy did make the cut. The study revealed Lovely by Billie Eilish and Dynamite by boy band BTS were top songs to fall asleep to. The researchers credited this to relaxation caused by familiarity with the tracks.
Interesting study there. Meanwhile, cheese lovers have the opportunity to get paid. The Sleep Junkie Company is looking for dedicated cheese fans who are willing to eat a variety of the dairy products before they go to sleep. Their goal is to see if cheese affects quality of sleep and nightmares. The group, who will be called Dairy Dreamers, will earn $1,000. Participants have to keep up with a nightly cheese snack every day for 3 months. If you're fond of sleep, money, and cheese, applications close on February 10th. It's really interesting how they're targeting cheese specifically. I will say, there are nights where I have a little cheese and cracker snack before going to bed, so I think
I'm just going to sign off and go fill out the application.
I'm ready to apply. I'm already doing the study. So.
Is it melted cheese? Is it
not
burnt
always.
Melted cheese?
No.
Because then I'm definitely in.
Oh, that sounds even better.
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
the edge of the
Just
pizza crust cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Or you
sounds
make the grilled
awesome.
cheese and it spills over the side.
Oh,
and,
that's the best.
We digress. Alrighty, folks. Well, that is going to do it for us from everybody here at Fox 22 News. Take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.